The following fight video is brought to you by Visalia MMA Gear and Visalia MMA Gear of Hanford. If you tell them Cage Radio sent you, when you buy 3 shirts, you'll get your 4th shirt free. Only at Visalia MMA Gear. And remember, there is no competition. Period. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mott's Cage Radio. I'm now joined on the telephone by a man who's never been on the show. I've seen him fight once live at Pure Combat a couple of years back. The Jackhammer, Jared Papazian. Jared, welcome to the show, my man. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. And it's Papazian. A lot of people say Papazian, but it's Papazian.
Okay, Papazian. Yeah. So there we have it. I don't want to get beat up by the Jackhammer because I see how you go. Now, when I talked to, I'd never heard of you prior to that. I talked to Darren DC Crisp after that fight. He told me by far you are the toughest guy that he's ever fought. Obviously, you have been in action. It seems that you have 18 fights. This is going to be your 19th fight coming up. You're going to be fighting at a show called King of the Cage. A lot of people are familiar with it. Take us through this, my man. Where are you currently training right now?
Right now, my home base is at Gracie Baja and Cena with Alberto Crane. That's my home.
Okay.
And I go to all different gyms, to get different sparring partners and stuff like that, and I go down to PKG. I have a boxing coach there, Seb Zudi. I work my boxing there, and I work with some guys at PKG with Chad George, Dominic Clark, just names well. And I also go to Go Course. I work with Manny Gambarian, Karan Darbetti, and I got quite a few a lot of sparring guys I work with.
All right, now take me through it. Are you a full-time fighter, or do you have a day job as well?
What's that?
Do you have a day job as well, or are you a full-time fighter?
Full-time fighter, going to the top.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so take me through a day of training, my man. How many hours a day are you banging away on the various schools that you participate at?
In the mornings, I work my MMA trainings with Alberto, with some of the guys that are up-and-coming fighters, some of the pro guys. We do drills, we do rounds. And after that, I do some strength and conditioning. And then after that, I go down and do some no-gi. I mean, every day is different, That's on like on a Monday.
Okay. All right, now...
And on a Tuesday... Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And on a Tuesday, I would go down with my boxing coach. We go to the track. I would run, every Friday we do... we go to the track. We run 100 meters 7 times. Then we do long jump 7 times. And I do 25 laps around the track, which is just about over 6 miles. And after that, I do focus mitts. And then I go home and rest and do some wrestling. I just mix it up a lot, But, I do a lot of cardio stuff, a lot of, endurance, a lot of sparring and drilling,
Okay, fantastic. Now, obviously, you've been pretty active in the cage. You got a fight coming up at King of the Cage. Where is that one going down at?
That's going to be at Oklahoma, at WinStar Casino.
Okay, and who is your opponent for this one?
Abel Cohen, fighting for the flyweight 135. It's mostly it's a bantamweight, but they call it flyweight. I don't know why, but 135 title.
Wow. Okay. So, how much weight will you have to cut for this? What do you normally walk around at, my man?
I walk around at 20. I'm at 55. I cut 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how many days out? 24 hours out. How many pounds will you think you'd be cutting?
I wake up on weight. If I don't wake up on weight, I'll have about a pound or 2 to cut.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Yeah, because I talk to a lot of these fighters. I'm always curious about that. Some of these guys, are cutting 20 pounds 24 hours out, and I'm just thinking to myself. Okay.
I've done a lot of experiment. In one fight, I cut 7 pounds, and I won the fight, but it's just I don't feel right. The best I feel is the less dehydration I feel is when I wake up on weight and I don't have to do any work or go in the sauna. I don't want to do too much like that, I'd rather just wake up on weight and everything feels good,
All right, now this King of the Cage, it seems like you fight for them quite a bit. Are you under a multi-fight contract, or are you free to fight any place?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a contract with them, 4-fight deal. I have 2 more fights on my contract. I believe it's non-exclusive. I believe I can fight everywhere else except obviously UFC, because UFC doesn't share you. But I'm pretty sure I can fight anywhere else.
Okay, yeah, because I would love to see you come out to the Tachi Palace. I mean,
I've been trying to get on that show. I've been hitting Jeremy up on Facebook and all this stuff, and
okay,
I don't know, just couldn't make it happen. I don't know why. I don't know. I called that Tommy Vargas every time. I don't know. I would love to get out of Tachi. I've been trying to get on the August 5th card, but still no response. I don't know why. And then my manager tried calling him and left him messages, and still no response. I don't know. I'd love to try to get out there.
All right. Well, I'll definitely be banging on the Tattoo Palace door to find out what's up with that, because we would definitely.
I don't think any 35-year-old in that way could, stand with me or whatnot. I don't think, I don't know.
Now when you fought at Pure Combat, that was 55, correct?
Yeah, that was my last 55. I decided after that I'm gonna go down. I didn't cut any weight. I came out at actually lower than 55.
Wow.
I weighed in at 52. I was small then. I put more size on now, but back then I was smaller than I am now. That's for sure. I put on a little size since then.
All right. So it's going down. You're obviously fighting for a strap. Anything different you're training for this particular opponent, or it's just business as usual?
I'm just working on my stand-up. A lot of movement. He's pretty. He comes in at a high pace. He's fought in Dream. With that 10-minute round. So I know his cardio is good. He's pretty. He's pretty. Well-rounded with his stand-up. He has a good 1-2, and he comes into with the clinch. So I've been working on my wrestling and takedown defense and working on my submission defense. His guard, and he has a weird style of jiu-jitsu. He's very active, mostly active than I ever seen in MMA. I mean, if he's not going for this, he's going for that. So he's very, very active on the ground with submissions. So.
Okay.
Just working on that kind of deal and stuff like that,
Okay, so obviously he's going to be trying to go for various submissions and whatnot. You feel pretty comfortable on the ground. When you're a high-level jiu-jitsu guy and he's a high-level jiu-jitsu guy, does that cancel it out? And will you guys stand, do you think? Or do you think this is just going to be a problem?
No, I think his jiu-jitsu is better than mine, so I'm going to want it standing,
Okay.
So he's by far, more of a submission guy. But I'm not saying my ground is bad or anything. I'm just saying he has that upper hand. But then again, when you get hit, your jiu-jitsu go back to white belt. So my ground pound is pretty good, So I'm not too worried about it.
All right. Well, we definitely want to keep on top of your career, my man. I appreciate you taking some time with me here on Cage Radio. Anybody you want to shout out before we let you go, my man?
I would like to shout out to my manager, Darren Harvey, my sponsors, Dojo, Harrison Lee, Alberto Crane, all my sparring partners back at home. Thank you for helping me get ready for this fight. Thank you for everybody who believes in me. Working really hard for this fight and to win that strap and taking that back home to Cali. And that's it. And thank you much for having me on the show. Really appreciate it.
All right, my man. Well, we wish you the best of luck back in action in Oklahoma for what they call a flyweight, what we call a bantamweight out here on the West Coast. We wish you the best of luck, my man, and I'll talk to you soon, Jared. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, bro. Take care.